My son clutched his head, tears streaking his face. "Dad, help me! It hurts so much!" His voice cracked, a sound no father should hear. I drove him through red lights, hands shaking on the wheel, as if speed alone could outrun whatever was clawing inside his skull. At the hospital, the doctor's face hardened the moment he read the scans. His words landed like steel. "Call the police immediately." The world slowed. My boy whimpered, curling against me, his body trembling as if something foreign lived beneath his skin. The doctor's tone carried no hesitation, no uncertainty. This wasn't an accident. When the officers arrived, their eyes met mine with questions I didn't want to answer, and yet I knew. My mother-in-law's house, her hands, her smile, the way she'd insisted he stay with her that night. It wasn't random, it was deliberate. We drove to her house with flashing lights bouncing against the windows. My son remained behind with the nurses, his small body hooked to tubes. The closer we came, the colder I grew. Memories pressed in, the way she had never liked me, the way her gaze lingered too long on my wife when she thought no one noticed. The small comments, the undermining, the jokes laced with venom. At her door, she greeted the officers with feigned confusion, her voice syrup sweet. "What's going on?" But I watched her eyes. They flicked, too quick, to the kitchen. The officers searched, opened drawers, examined bottles. One of them called out, voice sharp, "Sir, here." I stepped inside, saw the unlabeled vial, white powder clinging to the rim like frost. Her face changed, not shock, not fear, annoyance, as if being caught was just an inconvenience. And in that expression, my chest tightened. This wasn't just malice, this was personal. I said nothing. I couldn't, not yet. Words would have broken me open, and I needed control. Instead, I began piecing her world apart silently. I searched records, her prescriptions, her finances, bank statements that revealed quiet transfers to places that didn't make sense. I learned about a man, someone she met regularly, someone my wife had once described as a family friend. Phone logs confirmed it, calls late at night. It wasn't just poison in a vial, it was poison in bloodlines, a deception older than I had suspected. I ordered a test kit, not for me this time, for my son. A question had been gnawing at me for years, buried under denial. His eyes didn't mirror mine. His smile curved like hers. I told no one. I moved like a shadow in my own house. My wife smiled at me across the dinner table, but her eyes darted when I looked too long. My mother-in-law visited once, standing at the doorway with false sympathy, asking about my son's recovery. Every word she spoke felt like venom wrapped in silk. I waited, calm, silent, until the results came. The envelope was small, harmless, yet it held the weight of my entire existence. I opened it with steady hands. Probability of paternity, 0%. I sat in the silence of my study. Not grief, not shock, just the quiet rearrangement of truth. My son, my boy who cried into my chest, whose life I would burn the world to protect, was not mine. He was hers, her revenge, her leverage. That night, I placed the envelope on the table. My wife walked in, expecting routine. She saw it, froze. "What is this?" Her voice trembled, but her eyes betrayed her. They already knew. I leaned back. "Read it." She opened it. The paper slipped from her hand. Tears came, too quickly. "You don't understand." But I did. I understood everything. I didn't shout. I didn't strike. I didn't even flinch. I slid another folder across the table. Every record, every secret, every transfer traced, every call logged, every hotel bill paid in cash. Her face crumbled. You knew?" I always knew enough, I said. My voice was ice. I just needed proof. Her tears fell hard, but I felt nothing. Not pity, not anger, just clarity. You and your mother built this lie. You raised a child in deceit. You tried to erase me. She sobbed, reaching for me. My hand never moved. You didn't just betray me, you betrayed him. Her silence was louder than any confession. I left before dawn. My son still slept at the hospital, his small chest rising and falling. He would never know this night, not the way I did. And maybe that was mercy. The house behind me no longer belonged to me. It was a graveyard of illusions, walls soaked with betrayal. I walked into the cold morning air lighter, though scarred. The truth hadn't destroyed me. It had stripped me clean. I had no wife, no mother-in-law, no illusions. But I still had my son, whether blood agreed or not. And that was enough. Because she had lost everything the moment I stopped being blind.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and comment. Subscribe now to Cheating Stories Insight World for more amazing stories.